know, guys. I don't know if I don't think WWE wanted me to. My video was taken down. I wonder if it's because of me with the WWE background. So I think they might have. So I gotta lower my. I think it was taken down. They stopped my streaming. I think it's because I had the volume too loud. Hey guys, sorry again. Thanks for coming back. We're watching Raw. I'm gonna have to. I turned down everything because I think the WWE. Did the glitch happen again? Yeah, sorry guys, if you want to come back and watch with me, I think that I can't have the volume too loud in my background because I think it was taken down. So I was like, oh my gosh, so I don't think I'm going to be able to watch with such volume right now. So you're going to have to, yeah, so I think that I have to take that down. So I'm going to have to think about this because I can't be going live with the. No, I didn't get a copyright. It just was taken. This says the stream can't be going on because I know sometimes they say I didn't get a strike. Don't worry, but it just said it was the streaming stopped. Thanks for coming back, guys. Sorry about that. I think because it's a pay-per-view too, and I have my volume up so loud, so it didn't give me a strike. I don't think. It just took it. It just said no longer going, bad connection, and then I don't know. But here we are. Sorry about that. But I'm just gonna turn my volume down just in case because I don't want any problems. Thanks, Chris. Thank you. I'm gone live twice tonight, guys. It's a record. No, just kidding. I've done it thank you for coming back. Sorry about this. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. I'm sorry. I don't know why it happened like that. That's got to be frustrating for you guys if you're watching it and it cuts out. You know, what can you do? Aw, thanks. But, so, yeah, because I noticed if I watch them react, some people who do reactions, they don't have their volume up too loud when they watch it, so I think I'm going to have to do that. Who's my favorite women's wrestler? I love Becky Lynch. I know some people don't, I know it's a lot going on with her right now, but her story was wonderful. I was so invested when she turned, well, didn't really turn, but SummerSlam is when I really became so interested in wrestling because whenever she took out, do you like Sasha? I like Sasha too. I like whenever she took out Charlotte at the end of that match and then I thought it was interesting. What's up? Thanks for coming, Central Maine Network. So I thought it was great how she came back, or she lost the match due to a natural selection from Charlotte. People need to stop. I like Becky Lynch. I can't ever yes. Oh my gosh, the Evolution match. Yes, just that time. Whenever she was doing her promos with Charlotte, it was just wonderful. Whenever she was like, "I want you to put the belt around the champ's waist," and then oh my gosh, when she was in the Performance Center and Charlotte was talking to I think it was all the up and coming recruits or the Performance Center people who were wrestling there, and she was talking, and then Becky shows up, and I remember they brawl, and then Charlotte's like, "Who are you?" and Becky's like, "I'm the women's champ. I was fell out laughing because that was so funny. And then I just laughed whenever she was just doing her own stuff, and it was so funny. I was dying laughing. I was like, Becky Lynch is just. I remember because I love wrestling and I've always been a fan, but just that time period was so exciting. Do you agree? Her build up during that time period, and then I remember when she won the Rumble, and oh my gosh, and then sorry, I get excited when I talk about this because it's just so cool whenever there's whenever this happens. Simon Dean, I remember Simon Dean. He wore all purple, but I also do. I'm gonna stop talking about it, but I will say that I like when what was my favorite moment? I would probably say right around the time TLC with Asuka, and with Asuka, Ramble Smith's theme song. What is my favorite unexpected heel turn? Okay, I always thought I have several, but one of my heel turns obviously was with Rollins turning on the Shield, and then I would say that when China turned on Triple H, that was a really big deal. I remember being like, what? And then whenever Triple H turned on X-Pac at Mania. My top 5, I would say, yes, your list is good. Your list is really good. You like Bayley? I like Bayley too. Who thought Rollins was going to have it? I think that the Daniel Bryan versus John Cena Velocity. I remember, who remembers Sunday Night Heat? Who remembers that? I remember being like, I gotta watch Sunday Night Heat as a little kid. And whenever they like came on before the pay-per-view matches, those were really good. But yeah, so I would say that heel turn, and then also with, it was just, there's a lot of good heel turns. I'm trying to think. What's everybody else's favorite heel turn? Mick Foley and The Rock. Yeah, who remembers the Royal Rumble match too? Whenever Big Cass, Enzo, big split. JBL heel turn. What about ECW on TNN? I watch some shows. I watch little clips of AEW Dark. I should try to watch more. What's up, Gio? What's up? I should watch more AEW Dark because I like the product. It's just, there's a lot of wrestling, so it's hard for me because I used to be, I would work like 45 to 50 hours a week. Then I would try to watch as much wrestling as possible. And wrestling's on all the time. So, like Monday, literally, if you're a wrestling fan right now, you have so much opportunity besides right now with everything going on, which I'm sorry. But like, besides this epidemic, if you wanted to watch wrestling, literally wrestling's on every channel. Not every channel, but you know what I mean. Like, it's on every night almost. Like, if you had a pay-per-view, like, let's say Sunday you had a pay-per-view, let's say Saturday you had a pay-per-view, Friday night, because you could do a power pay-per-view, you could do you have NXT UK on Thursdays, you have AEW, you have NXT on Tuesdays, or Wednesdays, you have Backstage on Tuesdays, you have Monday Night Raw. It's just like, NWA Power, no, but I know, like, of people who are on it, and I need to watch it. Paul White debuting, that was at the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. But I was just talking about the Giant, whenever the Giant was in WCW, and then he returned as Paul White, and he helped Austin win the match. That was classic. I was like, yes, the Young Bucks kick out AJ of the Bullet Club? Who's your favorite Bullet Club member? There is so much wrestling out there. Remember when there was not a lot? I remember when I was watching like Raw, we didn't have, do you remember that? There wasn't SmackDown. And then SmackDown came on, and then Sunday Night Heat, but then there was Thunder, then there was Nitro, and then it's just like, oh, there's Shotgun Saturdays. There's a lot. Yeah. Who watched the, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I just want to know, did you guys watch the documentary where it was the Dark Side of the Ring? Do you know they should have debuted Braun versus Taker? Yeah, Nathan, yeah. Yep, 2004 was Velocity and Heat, yes. Barry Bozeman. Oh, well, people were really shocked about when Sean turned on Marty. I didn't watch that live, but I would catch back up on that. I would tune into their, that was a shocking moment for people. Do you remember when The Rock turned on Farouk and kicked him out of the nation? We are the nation of domination. Who remembers that? The Dudley Boys. Oh yeah, my mom didn't really like me watching wrestling as a kid. That's what's up, Seth Rollins. You're doing a lot. Look at you working, doing all this stuff. The Dark Side of the Ring. Did you guys think it was a good documentary? Because I was talking to everybody on one of the streams. I listened to the podcast with Jericho. How about when Triple H, yes, that was a big deal, Daniel. I was sad about that. Whenever Triple H turned on Shawn and he had the DX shirt, and then he was like, The Rock and Survivor. Okay, yes, sorry, yes. The Rock. I don't know why I even thought about that, but like, okay, so Survivor Series, whenever The Rock was like a big baby face, even though, because remember when The Rock debuted, he was like supposed to be this huge baby face, and he's just like Rocky Maivia. He was just like smiling. He had his hair kind of like, and everyone, it just wasn't getting over. And people, so finally he got like the die Rocky die, and like Rocky, like those chants were pretty bad. And then he was like, you know what? I'm gonna turn heel. So he turns heel and he starts cutting the greatest promos. And then it was just like, it was like, whoa. And then as the fans just loved The Rock. So he just became so popular. And I just remember watching him like on Heat, about to go into the match. I believe that's when and I just was like, oh my gosh, my stepdad was at that, he sat like front row in the Survivor Series pay-per-view match. And I was like jealous. I was like, oh. He was like, yeah, it was great. He said he was right behind JR and the King. And he saw Mankind take a lot of bumps, and my stepdad liked wrestling, but he wasn't like a huge fan. So it's interesting to talk to him about it, because he was like talking about The Rock when The Rock bumped Mankind onto the, I think it was the announce table, and my stepdad was like, whoa, that was a bump. Like, he hurt himself. He felt like and then I felt like the times that Mankind and The Rock would go against each other, it was just like, oh my gosh. So yeah, so then they kind of emulate the screw job that they did to Shawn whenever Shawn was in the sharpshooter with Michaels in '97, and then they reversed it, but then they called for the belt. So then Shawn lost the belt, but then they did it again in 1998 when The Rock was put him in the sharpshooter, and then they called for the bell. So it was just like, that was a really sad turn, because I really liked The Rock. And I remember, I can't believe I didn't even think of that right away, because that one was sad. So right around that was a really big deal for me. But he was such a great corporate champ. He was a good heel. And I remember that was just like a moment where I was just like, wow. Who remembers that pay-per-view? Survivor Series 1998. That's when Stone Cold was really popular. Here we are. We're coming back. We got Monday Night Raw here coming. British Bulldog, yes. In the Hall of Fame, I feel like, yeah. I mean, he did a lot. The Hart family, I feel like he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I'm actually happy for British Bulldog. Bret Hart's heel run, I just watched his... Who remembers when Bret Hart cut that promo on Vince McMahon? And it was just like, oh my gosh. He was like, you know what? This is bull... And he was like, everyone, you're screwing me. And then he was just saying a bunch of stuff. And then he says, and if you don't like it, tough. I was like, Bret Hart. He had me laughing. I was like, oh my gosh. That promo was really good. He was like, you're trying to screw me. The Canadian Crowd 2005. Oh, yeah. They swear. We thought that Bret Hart was coming out because his music. Yeah, that was a moment when Shawn Michaels cut his music. Yeah. I'm trying to think too. Shawn Michaels though, what a great in-ring performer though. And then if you go back and watch the match, whenever you remember when Shawn put the flag. Yeah, he put the Canadian flag in his nose. Yeah, I remember that. Bret Hart's heel turn. That was funny for me too. Yeah. Bret Hart knocked him out with the metal armor. Yeah, I remember that. Favorite wrestling crowd? Oh my gosh. There's okay, well, New York always has a good crowd. Chicago. I think Chicago's always kind of funny because you never know what they're gonna say. I was in Chicago for Survivor Series, and I think the crowd was like everyone you were talking about. Okay, so the crowd was so like kept their eyes open just in case CM Punk was going to arrive, because there was just so much talk in the crowd for when I was at, like, CM Punk, please arrive, CM Punk. And obviously he didn't arrive, but that was just, if he arrived in that arena, the roof would have blew off the place. And they were singing, who remembers in the main event? I felt kind of bad for the women because it just wasn't being like, so it was Bayley, it was Shayna, and it was Becky, and it didn't go over as well as everybody thought. But yeah, I remember that too, Chris. Yes, Shawn Michaels. He could tell a story. The boy who dreamed, Mr. WrestleMania. Yes. I'm excited for AEW too. That's a good point. It's going to be a good show, I believe. We have the Kenny Omega versus Sammy, I believe, right? For the title, the mega title. And then you have the confrontation with Matt and Chris Jericho. Who likes, okay, Chris Jericho was the artist formerly known as Goldust. Oh, when Johnny Nitro became John Morrison, yes. I think we're watching I don't know why we're watching the replays, but I guess because they don't have enough. I don't know, to be. I don't know why we're just watching replays. But hopefully, I mean, Paul cut a good promo. I feel like Paul cut a good promo. And there's probably it's probably really hard right now to get everybody to wherever they're filming, don't you think? Thank you. Thanks, Andy. Thank you. It's interesting to see Seth Rollins this again, because I thought he was like a really good heel during I mean, I like Rollins, and I know he's had a lot of like stuff talked about him. Oh, almost went for that curb stomp. But I like this Seth Rollins a lot, because I remember it was like big buzz about him around this time, and he had that injury. Remember when he had to relinquish the title? Oh, poor guy. Then he's like, then he was. Who watched the documentary with Becky? Oh, J&J. Who watched the documentary? Yeah, that's true. So who watched the documentary with when Becky about WrestleMania 35 it was his documentary when he was talking about how he was happy for Becky Lynch to get the main event, but then he was also like, I've been dreaming about this since I was a little kid, and then oh man, but to be honest, he has been in this. I don't know. How do you guys feel? I feel like he was trying to be supportive, but that must have been hard. But being in that crowd, I was at Mania, and after Kofi won, I was just like, that knee injury was pretty bad. But that crowd, whenever Kofi won, I think that was like that would probably go down as one of my favorite moments to be a part of, is when Kofi won the title. So when Kofi won the title, I liked when Becky Lynch won the titles, and I liked when, that's when I was in the crowd, and I liked when, obviously when Edge returned, and then they threw out, and I liked when McIntyre was thrown out. That was cool. Chris Jericho got a pen and clipboard over that is the reason why he's the GOAT of wrestling. Yeah, Chris Jericho is just, man. And his theme song, he continues to reinvent himself, and I'm sure he's like one big like happy man right now, I believe, with that. Just his entrance is like, his theme has got so far. He's like so over. Chris Jericho heel turn 2008. Who remembers? Okay, when he was with Michaels, and then the whole thing with Shawn Michaels' wife. That was pretty cool. Interesting segments. Jericho is so good. His Code Breaker. I remember when he debuted the Code Breaker. I liked his Lion Salt a lot. Obviously, the Lion Tamer, the Walls of Jericho. Now we have the Judas Effect. He's the man of 1,004 holds. Yes, that list that he had, that was great. When he wore suits, yes. When he was wearing suits. I also like when Gilbert came. Gilbert, it was funny. You just made the list, yes. Okay, Gilbert. Okay, that was a funny time. I don't know. It was funny. The crowd would be like, Gilbert. But yeah, I mean, that time period, I'm trying to think. Okay, you want a rematch between Cena and JBL? Oh gosh, yeah, that was a bloody match. That was a bloody match. Yes, Joseph. When the crowds come back, it will be, because I feel like people are actually like, to be honest, with all the time we have, I'm sure people are looking up stuff and they're realizing how like over the song is. I'm sure everyone's like learning the song right now. You want Lashley versus Lesnar? Yes, that would be great. I think that Lashley. So what's going on with Rusev, guys? What's going on with Rusev Day? I like Rusev. I like EC3. I want him to come back. He's dealing with concussions though, apparently, EC3. I did watch I watched the Dark Side of the Ring with just the recent one. I'm gonna actually watch more of that with more episodes. Yeah. JBL hits Eddie in the head with a chair. Yes, I remember. Yeah, Rusev is suspended. He's having contract. Oh, he's suspended? He's having contract problems. Yeah. But they came to your hometown in El Paso. Oh, Kofi Mania, yes, Gio. The situation, it's really, it's. I know people are having a lot of businesses are closed because I live like if you walk out my building, there's like restaurants and there's bars. And they're all shut down right now. Like right now, there's a coffee shop that's kind of like a grocery store, so they're allowed to stay open because they sell groceries. So that's good for them. That's about like the only thing that's open. And then some restaurants can do takeout where you get it from the curb and pick it up. That's where we're at right now. Like everything else is pretty much shut down, and I'm sure we're gonna go into more. Illinois is on like full lockdown, I believe, or like a big lockdown, where you're not even. They closed the park in Illinois. That's close to me. My family lived like 25 minutes away in Illinois. You live in the UK and you're yeah. What part of the UK do you live in? Is the Revival and Ali released? I don't know. I don't know about that. But I don't know. So, okay, someone asked me about the Shayna and Becky match. Who do you guys want to win in that match? I know we talked about it. What's my favorite Eddie Guerrero moment? Probably when he won the title and he brought the title out when Chris Benoit won the title. I know that sounds a little but that was a good moment for him. And I think that moment was just, it's just, you want Becky to win? I'm a big Becky fan. Like I have like 5 Becky shirts. I just like her story. I know some people are like, not everybody likes the man, but I'll always support her because I just think she's really good to her fans. You have zero interest in that match? Well, what match are you interested in, AJ? I think obviously people talking about the Randy and Edge match, then Cena and Bray Wyatt. Thank you. Thank you, Christopher. That's so nice. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, you're in the. Oh, you are in that area? Okay. 1, 2. And then everybody knows I love Daniel Bryan. So Daniel Bryan is just, he just makes me happy when I watch him. You just root for the guy. Am I right? And then they replayed the WrestleMania 30 when he won. That was so cool. And I just love him. And then I'm trying to think of who do I want? Okay, well, honestly, I don't know. I know people because gosh, it's so hard. Those 2 matches are really hard to determine. Drew versus Brock, Orton versus Edge, Cena versus Wyatt. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Well, I think it'd be cool for Drew to win the belt, but I don't know if he's gonna win it. Just because I think Drew. Everybody's been behind Drew for a while, and they've been wanting him to be pushed. He has a great look. He works well. He dedicates his time. I think he'd be good, but we'll see what happens with the whole Lesnar may not even be able to be there. Whoa, that was a good move by Rollins. Grab the briefcase. Hits him with that briefcase. Another. I like those feel-good moments though. Bailey. Rambles versus Bailey. Who's the real Bailey? It's going to be the Undertaker versus Christopher. She would probably pin me. Would I be the heel or would she be the heel? If I face Bailey. Brock Lesnar. I have watched WWE UK. I like Walter. I like Piper. I like Tony Storm. My first WrestleMania I ever watched was the one with Austin and Shawn Michaels. Was it 14? I believe that was 14 or 15. That was my first WrestleMania that I ever watched. I should be the heel. I'd be the heel. She'd be the babyface. Okay. I gotta work on my heelness. I'll be like, look. I don't know. I don't even know. I'd cut a promo. My promo would be like, no, I'm just kidding. I have to think about it. I have to be in the zone. Yeah, he could trick us. Brock was so in good shape for this match. Obviously, he's always pretty beastly, but I to be honest, Brock Lesnar. I know everybody gives him heat, and he's quiet and he's to himself, but I've heard some stuff that he's done for people, like, without anybody really knowing about it, and I find that to be sweet. Like, they say he does stuff outside of that you would never think of. Okay, so okay. Best Batista, Triple H, when he put him through a table. Best face turn, yeah. Imperium, yes. Walter is fantastic. Yes, yes. So, what do you guys think about Finn and Walter? Do you think that Walter's gonna beat Finn or what? I mean, I love Finn Balor, and I feel like the Demon. What if he? I don't know if he could. If his character would even work with the Demon right now because he's Prince. So, what's up? I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Was that Anthony? Who was that? The chat flared out when I looked at it. But I think that WrestleMania 4 was your first one. Okay. That's really cool. Okay, because this is the story of when I first. Okay, this is how I first found out about wrestling. I was at a party at it was like a family gathering, and I remember my brother and my cousins and a couple guys were downstairs in the basement, and I remember I was hanging out upstairs and I was trying to be cool, and I like find out they're downstairs, and they're watching this channel and they're so engrossed with it. I'm like, what are you guys watching? They're like, we're watching wrestling, and I'm thinking they like ordered the pay-per-view. And I was like, okay. And then it was Shawn Michaels, because I remember him wearing like the red trunks, and I remember Austin being in the black trunks. And I remember just being like, what is this? And everybody just kept talking about it, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I tried to be cool. So then the next day I caught on Raw, and it was just about the time I remember the next time I watched was when Sean Waltman debuted, and he was X-Pac. So I'll always have a close tie. Thank you, Gio. I always have a close tie to X-Pac, even though X-Pac has all this heat. But I just remember him being like one of the first characters that I remember like watching as a really young kid. And then I remember, I was surprised that I even got it because I was so young. Because I was just like, but I caught on with everything. Anyway, so it just always captivated me. And I felt like when Triple H cut the promo, that's when I started liking that stuff. It should be the Undisputed Era versus Seth Rollins and his disciples. That'd be cool. The Undisputed Era, though, is okay. Do you notice that, like, if you look at pictures, I feel like, better not, yeah. Oh, Undisputed Era or versus the Bullet Club. I would love that match. WCW, and then I'd watch WCW because I'd hear about it. I remember hearing about Kevin Nash, and then I'd watch it, and then I'd watch. I remember Wrath. I remember Norman Smiley. I remember hearing about. I'm trying to think of if I could pull some people out that you might not even think of. Remember the guy who dressed as the Mortal Kombat character? What was his name? And then I liked Disco Inferno. I thought it was funny. And who remembers Alex Wright? Oh, that's so nice, Anthony. Where had my own stable? Yeah. What would be my my character? So what would you think my character would be like if I had a debut in wrestling? Ring of Honor, they had so many really good yeah, Ring of Honor, I've heard so many good things about it. Glacier, yes. Glacier was the guy I was thinking about. I remember him. And then I was thinking about, okay, who else? Okay, obviously I liked Juventud Guerrero. I liked the Cruiserweight division. Psychosis, Juventud Guerrero. I just felt like they put on some really good matches. Obviously Billy Kidman. Billy Kidman was one of my favorites. I don't know why, but I just really liked him. And then Raven in the Flock. I love Sting. I loved Sting so much. I still love Sting, but when he debuted as the Crow, that was some good stuff. I was like, this is great. And then, yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to say his name like that. Juventud Guerrero. Sorry. I didn't mean to say Guerrero. But Chavo Guerrero was in there. And then, who was some other, I remember they did the Filthy Animals. That was fun times. But I was kind of sad when they unmasked Ray. When they unmasked Ray, I was like, and then when they threw him into they darted him across. Wasn't that Kevin Nash who darted him into the garage or whatever it was. And then I remember whenever it was like whenever there was that big like ambush at WCW and everyone got scared. I think they even called the police because they were all like, "What is going on outside?" Like people actually thought it was real. Whenever there was a big brawl at WCW, and the cat, yes, I remember Ernest Miller, yes. I'm trying to think of all his style of matches though. I remember that. And then who remembers the Disciple? Do you guys remember the Disciple? I love when Randy hit the RKO on Evan Bourne. Yes, that's what's up. And then I remember when Shawn hit Shelton with the super kick. Everybody remembers that. That was so cool. I wonder what we're gonna get here on this. Yeah, the mask is sacred. Yeah, I felt like. Here we go. The Misfits. Tori Wilson. Yeah, I remember Tori Wilson because she was like with Billy Kidman. And then I remember. Do you remember when David Flair had that whole thing going on with Nature Boy? That was some interesting stuff. Poor Nate during that time. The Undertaker. Okay. AJ Styles. Who are we going for, guys? Hulk Hogan's heel turn. Yes. That was like, who's the third guy? With Hall and Nash in the ring. Oh yeah, rest in peace. Yes. Which led to Charlotte. If you had a YouTube. Oh, that's so nice. Who okay. Who thought I feel like, did you guys hear we're supposed to be getting the bike taker back? They've been spoiling us on that there might be a bike taker at Mania. Yes, I watched the Evolution documentary. Yes, I found that to be very interesting because whenever how I thought it was good. Are you talking about what we just watched? Yeah. Who you like the way it ended though? Yeah, I heard that, but I mean, I can't say for 100% sure that he's bringing it back, but it's spoilers that he's bringing it back. The bike. But I honestly think, do you guys think if we had like an audience and a crowd and we were like on regular, if it was like a regular Raw, do you think that Undertaker's wife would make an appearance? And then they'd play to that? I felt like they might have been trying to play that because they kept a rise and fall of the ECW. I think I'm pretty sure I've seen that because I've watched so many documentaries. Who read Bret Hart's book? That book was really interesting, The Hitman. I like the cover of how he's standing with his title. That was cool. I hope so. I liked that theme song with Limp Bizkit. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Move in and move out. 17th championship, John Cena. That's an interesting. I feel like he should go against somebody who's like heel, don't you think? But I don't know. Who do you want him to go against for his title if it's in the future? Do you guys think we're gonna get The Rock and Roman next year because it's in Hollywood? I think that's a possibility. Here we go. This is the feud with. I thought it was. So I was like in this, and I thought, remember if you were watching me live, I was like, sign, seal, deliver, I'm yours. And then the WWE, some of them must have been thinking the same stuff as I was because they put sign, seal, delivered. I thought that was funny. AJ Styles is really like a great performer though. Like honestly, if you remember the Shane McMahon match with AJ Styles made Shane McMahon look like. I know of Killer Cross. I need to look up more of his. Is this live? I heard they're in talks. Here we go. I read Have a Nice Day, and I read The Rock's book. Remember when that was a big deal? They were like promoting all those books. Did anybody ever eat in the WWE cafe or the nightclub, whatever? I know what you meant, Anthony. It was like in Times Square. The way they're setting up these promos, though, it's like I don't know if they're actually where they're actually at right now, you know? Yes, I read the Stone Cold book. I feel like they might have just put something up in the back. I'm not dissing it, but don't you think that? I always support WrestleMania being one night because I just like to go to it because it's like my night's going right, Nathan. Hold on, let me watch this promo. Sorry. The Tiger King. He's talking about. Wow, AJ. He's talking about that video he made. Let's bring it up his Twitter. That would be a shocker if AJ Lee came. They're talking about this tiger thing that everybody was talking about on. They're gonna show the tiger clip. Who saw this? Aw, look at that tiger. That precious tiger. I mean, I was kind of like, what's going on? You think the Undertaker's gonna appear here? You think the promo's corny? You're laughing tears. He's posting selfies. He's trying to enjoy his life, AJ. He's like, I'm tired of doing the gimmick, guys. I'm gonna live my life and take some selfies. Save the tigers. Let the man enjoy his life. I'm just kidding. What we want? What does everybody want? I'm just kidding. Really? Everybody wants the badass. Casket! Casket! A whip match? What's the plot? It's a buried alive match? A Boneyard match? What is a Boneyard match? Can we get a description of these rules? What is a Boneyard match, guys? Are they gonna list it like in bullet points what this match in tag team title match? Garza, Andrade, Street Profits. We want the smoke. We want the smoke. Oh, this is on Raw. Garza, my man, Andrade, Zelina. I like this team here. Who likes Charlie? Charlie, Charlie, Charlie. The most charismatic. Honestly, she's not lying. They are charismatic. You think AOP will beat him? I'm still thinking about the Boneyard match too. I like Charlie a lot. You think it's like the Buried Alive match? I thought it was gonna be a casket match. Where are they gonna film this at? The Boneyard match. This is gonna be kind of interesting to watch it. What's up, KJ? Let's get some rules. Yeah, let's get some rules here. The Boneyard match sounds perverted. Look at Charlie. Oh, she's flustered. Charlie! Okay. I love the Firefly Funhouse. Like, this gives me life. In the world full of despair and uncertainty, we have the Firefly Funhouse. Oh, they're both the truth. What's up, Reggie? You just finished watching Supernatural? Supernatural! That's what's up. What is going on here? Dominoes. Charlie is like swooning. Firefly Funhouse. So, honestly, the Firefly Funhouse has to be like I would say the best, because you have like so much to work with and Bray's mind as fans. I feel like that has been something that's like really captivated us, because we've been able to, you can have theories about what this means, what that means, and actually give us like some stuff to like use our imagination with, like what does this mean and stuff like that. That's an interesting match there, Cornelius. But I think, so what do you think is the most over thing that has happened so far in 2020? Would it be Bray Wyatt and Otis? I'm actually DM Charlie on an Instagram. She's single, so that's funny. We're really glad that you're our friend. I'm glad you guys are all here. I'm really glad you're all here watching this. But the Firefly Funhouse, though, doesn't that give everybody some kind of life? Like, am I right or wrong? Like, if you're a fan, no, I mean, you can still be a fan and not be a patron. Hangman Page, yes, oh sorry, I was talking about more WWE, but yes, if we were talking about as a whole in 2020, obviously Cody, obviously Jericho, obviously Hangman Page, and the whole Matt Hardy thing, I feel like is going to be something that is what the fan base all around the wrestling world is going to really gravitate to, because it's so interesting, because you get so many, who will listen to the podcast? Guys, I talked about this, True Blood was one of his Inspirations, True Blood, Fantasia. He used to wear the shirts. But Matt Hardy's mind is so like, he's so like, oh, like to be inside the head of Matt Hardy would be like very interesting. So I honestly feel like what we like as fans is something that we can like pick apart. Am I right? Like we could really pick apart the Firefly Funhouse. We could really get into the imagination of being like, what is Bray thinking? What about Sister Abigail? What about Ramblin' Rabbit? What about, remember when, I'm glad you guys are my friends, for real. Yes. Remember when Seth burnt down the funhouse? Remember Gio was like, how did he find the funhouse? Can we get answers to that? He just was like, oh, here's the funhouse, burn it down. How did you get in the funhouse, Seth? How did you get into the funhouse? But if they release that, I'm gonna be really embarrassed, and I just don't know the answer to it. No, I'm just kidding. I feel okay, and then also Kane. Remember Kane? Yes, Gio. Like his character was like so many layers. I love a layered character. The Undertaker has layers. Kane has layers. Matt Hardy has layers. I mean, I feel like the Fiend, Bray Wyatt has layers. So cool. All right, so thank you, Nathan. AJ versus Tiger with Taker as his manager. Maybe you think they're gonna bring the Tiger? Just be like, just corporate Kane, yeah. But the introduction of Kane was great, right? The introduction, that was probably the best intro. Well, when Kane first took off his mask, I was very like, what? He had like his hair was everywhere, and he had like the black around his eyes. Okay, the Viper is what I'm excited for too. Here comes, this is Edge last Monday. He cut a good promo. Jake the Snake can be, he actually, I thought him showing up on AEW was very interesting. When Kane ripped off the door, yeah, that was something. Yeah, it seems like that's a good point, Anthony. Like, you feel like Roman Reigns would be in a Boneyard match. Like, what is this Boneyard match? I'm still like, what does this mean? So, a Boneyard match. If I have to envision a Boneyard match, I'm envisioning a lot of dirt, a shovel, and like bones everywhere, and like dogs, and like cages, and like they're all like barking. They're just like, roof, roof. And then you have the Undertaker like, not now. And then you have a tiger, and then he's like, and then we're getting into this whole like, I'm the king of the jungle. No, I'm just kidding. We need a lion. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. But yeah, so I'm just like, and then they have the bone, and then it's just like, is it a golden bone? Is it like colored, like spotted? Is it like pink? What are we doing? Yeah, I'm thinking it'll be like a very, I know, I was just kidding. So probably it would be like a graveyard match because he was talking in a casket. So maybe they're just trying to say, I would assume he's probably gonna be buried like would it be like a buried alive match? Sorry, I was just getting into my own little like imagination there for a second. Boneyard match would probably be like a casket buried alive match, right? I don't know. We'll see, right? We'll get some answers. I love the Firefly Funhouse segment. All right, the Viper is here to answer Edge's challenge. Guys, do you think he's just gonna be like, nah, I'm okay. I don't really want to fight at Mania. Got Andrade. So, guys, we're getting a match. Let's be excited. I love Andrade, and I like Angel Garza. A bunch of Roman Reigns at ringside. I feel like it would be outside, don't you think? I don't know. Look at Andrade and Zelina. Here comes Garza. Do you foresee a heel turn? Do you foresee a heel turn? Do you foresee a split in the Undisputed Era? Because in almost every picture where they're standing lately, I've seen a lot of photos where it's like the three. It's O'Reilly, Fish, and Adam, but then you have Roderick, and there's just like a little gap. So it makes me think: are they like teasing a split? If you see some pictures they post, I could probably pull some up, but it's happened like twice, not too many times, but I feel like that is something that they can work with. You think he'll like turn on? You think Roderick will turn on Adam in one of his championship matches? Here comes Ricochet. Hey guys, did he bring back his pants? He did. He brought him back. Do you guys see he put a poll on his Twitter? He said, which ones do you like better? Do you like my shorts or do you like my... You still want the Fiend versus Kane? Yeah. Remember when I thought Kane was actually going to be in the Rumble because he came to... There comes Ricochet. Hey, this should be a good match. There's Cedric. Yeah, they just right away. Honestly, I was like, wait, are they having a triple threat? No, I'm just kidding. Let's go, Cedric. Big Swole's husband. When she said, she's like, Big Swole was like, I'm married, baby. After 1 hour of nothing, we finally get a match. You think they're going to turn on Roderick? They could do that. Yeah, you're right. Cedric Alexander. Yes, Reggie. Let's go, guys. Come on. Let's have a good match here. These are some great workers that they could put in the ring. Okay, this is a good test to the wrestlers because it's like if you can captivate an audience that's at home, you can definitely captivate a crowd. This is a challenge. I feel like this is like really making the wrestlers work hard and like trying to get over. I think this is actually, if you can perform, this is something they're always going to take away from this event that has happened where they have to wrestle without fans. It could possibly make them even better when the fans come back. I feel like maybe I'm wrong. Can you imagine the first day when fans are back in the arena? They're gonna blow the roof off the arena. Like, who's ever like the blessed community, blessed city, blessed state to hold a freaking wrestling event with fans, that is gonna just be lit. Come on, let's go, Garza. Yeah, I'm thinking that Angel Garza and Andrade are gonna pick up the win. The bone is the weapon. There you go, Gio. That's interesting. Yeah, so you told me that. Gio, my friend told me that he's shaved his beard. Whoa, that ref. He's not taking any of the shenanigans going on here. Cedric, it's good to see Cedric. Remember when the Street Profits. Wow. What's going on here? We want the smoke. They should have the wrestlers in the crowd. I was thinking that from the beginning, like when SmackDown first aired. Good Andrade. A buried casket boneyard match. Yes, Angel Garza has a lot of, like, he reminds a lot of people of Eddie. So this boneyard match, guys, I'm very intrigued. Like, I'm pretty sure, I don't even know. So I would assume, honestly, they're doing their job because we were like, what the heck is this? Let's see what they got, what it is. Street Profits. Who loves Montez Ford though? Obviously Dawkins is good too, but like when Montez will like shake the ropes and it'll be like a glitch, like the WWE 2K20. You don't want the smoke. There you go. Yeah, who remembers when the Street Profits won the NXT titles, or no, right? Hold on. That's when the Viking Warriors were leaving. And they were like, we're giving up these titles. took a shot at CM Punk on Twitter. Cody, I really like Cody though, just because I watched a promo Cody gave when he was talking. Remember when he was in the feud where he wore the brown paper bags? He like put the brown paper bags on everyone's head, and then Ted DiBiase, he cut a promo, and then Ted DiBiase was in the crowd, and then that's one of the SmackDowns I recently just watched, and I was like, that was around that time period. He could cut a promo then too, because like if you heard him on the mic, you'd be like, you could see now he had it. He always had the gift, and now he's actually like being able to just let loose. I really love Cody on the mic though. It's like a beautiful thing. He's WWE's problem now. Yeah. What else did I like? Okay, who thinks that Sammy Guevara is gonna be one of like the biggest? Do you think he's gonna be like in like 5 years? Do you think he'll be like good pop? Who do you think is gonna be the face of AEW in 5 years or 3 years, whatever you prefer? Who do you think is gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be like Darby Allin, or do you think it's gonna be like Sammy Guevara? Why are they getting a tag title match? Honestly, I'm kind of like this Raw is very different. So I'm kind of. You think MJF will be the face? Okay, but what if he's the heel though? You need a heel and a face, right? That's a good. Leva Bates. Well, there's so much going on. So apparently there's a tag match with. I don't know. It's not a title match right now, but there's a title match at Mania? What's the title match at Mania for the tag titles? You think Cody Rhodes? Yeah. John Moxley? Okay, we're getting some good answers here. Do you guys like Triple H's entrances to Mania? Yeah, okay, that's what I said, but then I thought I read it wrong. Like the title match at Mania. I don't know why I thought I read it wrong. Who do you remember when Stephanie McMahon like introduced Hunter and she had like all the what year was that? Was it the year he went against Roman? That was the year he went against Roman, right? When's Garza gonna take his pants off? Because he always does that. Rips them off, or rip his pants off. You know, honestly, if Montez Ford keeps going the way he's doing, he has so much charisma. He could be a face in 5 years. You never know, right? You never know what the future holds. If he gets his character over. Jungle Boy, Darby Allin, yes. Cody, yeah. Well, what if Cody turns heel, guys, and claims his, and then uses his power to say that he could fight for the title, and he's a heel, and he gets the title. And we're like, heel Cody, and we all cry. Yeah, good. That's true. Anthony Hangman Page. Yes, everyone really loves Hangman. Yeah, it might be too risky. I think that I would love Cody to be the face, stay a babyface. But I'm just saying, like, if they were going for a shock, or Ricochet could be a top star for AEW in a few years. Yeah. I'm excited for like Jeff Hardy to wrestle with the crowd. I think that would be cool. Interesting. Good question. Dean Ambrose or Jon Moxley? I think I like Dean, and I just think that just the way he left the WWE. I mean, they did the Shield, and they brought back the Shield so many times, and then he left when they brought back the Shield. I just am excited for the reinvention. So probably at the moment, I would say Jon Moxley is a little more interesting for me right now. But I respect Dean. Obviously, the Shield was cool, and the only thing is, okay, so when Roman was hurt, or not hurt, when he was sick, which was, I'm so glad he healed and recovered, because that was really sad. And whenever Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose had that match, was it at TLC for the Intercontinental title? And it was just, I was just like, I mean, or what pay-per-view was that for the Intercontinental title? But I was so excited for that match because I thought I could steal the show, but I didn't think it was like flow. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. I mean, I love both those competitors, but Legacy was Cody's best, yeah, until he joined the Elite. What's Ted DiBiase Jr.? Never mind. I was gonna say what's he up to. Never mind. Yeah, I think that he's really like seems so happy too, John Moxley. I feel like John Moxley just feels like I feel like we're gonna get a lot from him. He's got a lot to give us still. I feel like he's gonna show us a lot. Stone Cold's done the Street Profits last week off air. Yeah, I saw that. And then Becky was still in the ring and like she was just drinking, and then he was drinking a lot. I thought they could air that though. That'd be interesting. But I mean, I don't know. League of Nations was the worst WWE group you think? You remember the Un-Americans? They were cool. I thought they were funny. They were heels. If I could be serious. Let's go here. He ripped his pants off and I didn't even say anything. I watched it, but I didn't even... Rest in peace, Test. Raichu Censored should be in the Hall of Fame. The Godfather being in there, and then it's funny because Val Venis was in there, and they were like the two, like, guys that were like had their gimmicks. That was definitely not. That's why it was so interesting that they were in the group. You're like, what? The Godfather. Gosh. Oh, okay. Let's go, Cedric. I do like the Un-Americans. I thought they were funny heels, to be honest. Papa Shango. I remember the oddities with Sable. Remember when they did their dance with Sable? The Bella Twins in the Hall of Fame, yes. Ooh! Look at that. Oh. Angel didn't really... Here we go. Super kicks galore, guys. Super kick. You get a super kick. You get a super kick. Oh, okay. Everyone's shocked. Everyone's shocked faces. Andrade and Angel versus Street Profits 2000. Yeah. That'd be a good match, Gio. Remember TNA? I didn't know what that... I didn't even put together what that meant. Trish Stratus, Test, and Albert. I was so young and naive. Trish Stratus, okay. Angel Garza versus the Bucks, yes. Did you guys like Trish Stratus versus Charlotte at SummerSlam? I thought that was a good match. I honestly was like, okay, Charlotte. Like, I was kind of like, you know, like... That's what you've been saying for Cody? I felt like... I was so excited for that match. The Attitude Era. You wish Trish would have won? Well, I feel like she was trying to pass the torch, even though Charlotte kind of already has the torch, I guess you could say. But, I felt like really happy and proud for Trish because she hasn't been in the ring for how long? And then she put on, like, a really good match, I felt like. And I was just happy for her. The Attitude Era was good. I'm trying to think, who is an Attitude Era person that is forgotten about the most? I'm trying to think. Throw some Attitude people out there you don't think I would know of. I feel like I would know. Yeah, Charlotte's best match. Al Snow, I know Al Snow. I know Ahmed Johnson, yes. Do you remember when, wasn't it, didn't Ahmed and Goldust have a feud? Just Joe? Do you remember when Mosh, the headbanger, was like a beaver cleaver guy? And then like he's like, I can't do this. Like on air. Did you guys see that? He was like D'Lo Brown, Taka. I know Taka. Chainsaw Charlie. Yeah, Terry Funk. I know Terry Funk. Trish should have won. Charlotte. beat Trish. I was really, yeah. But Maven, I know Maven, tough enough. Maven, when he eliminated the Undertaker at the Royal Rumble, I was like, oh, Maven, you just messed up, man. The Undertaker was like, Nydia and Jamie Noble. Midian, I love Midian. Well, I mean, I didn't really love Midian, but he was in the Ministry of Darkness. He was funny. He added something. He was like with Viscera a lot, and yeah. I feel like I know a lot about the Attitude Era. Insane Clown Posse. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. The Unholy Alliance. That was with oh gosh, the Unholy Alliance. Triple H and Undertaker? No, I don't know. But I feel like I know. Big Daddy V, wasn't he wrestling in ECW as Big Daddy V? Oh, Shane McMahon or Vince McMahon, right? With the Unholy Alliance. Why you got me on that one? I'm trying to think about that. But I remember, you didn't like them. Paul Burchill, what did he look like? Paul Bear, you know? Okay, this is Chuck Palumbo. I remember him with Billy and Chuck. Yes, sexual chocolate of Mae Young when she gave birth to the Hand. Undertaker Big Show. Yes, I knew it was Undertaker. Oh, the Union. Test, Shamrock, Mankind, Foley. The Corporation. Remember when Triple H joined the Corporation? I remember Jamal and Rosie after 3-minute warning. Gosh, the Unholy Alliance. That's gonna bother me that I couldn't even think of. I knew it was Taker, but I couldn't think of. That is gonna bother me that I didn't know the answer to that. All right, let's go here. Mean Street Posse, I know who they are. That's with Shane McMahon and his friends. The DX Express, yes. Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal. Remember when Sonny came back in the 2000, LOD 2000? The Job Squad, yeah, I remember that was Al Snow. And he did have Gilbert, Dwayne in that as well. All right. Double knees. I remember Hendrick. Oh, wait. What's that? Do I know? I remember Gene Snitsky. I didn't really care for him too. Like I didn't dislike him, but I felt like he was a heel. That's what you're supposed to, right? You're supposed to feel like that about the heels. Rico, I remember Rico. Hardcore Holly, Crash. I remember Crash. I love the Holly cousins. Come on, Angel. He's got on the pink today. Growing his hair out. You think he's growing his hair out because of Eddie Guerrero? Not trying to say nothing. I'm not saying that he's going to do that, but Eddie Guerrero had really long hair. Rocky Maivia. I remember Rocky. Smiling. I remember 3-minute warning. You remember, yeah. Well, remember when Hunter Hearst Helmsley was like the Connecticut snob or whatever? Like he was kind of snobby. Carlito, I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. The Master Lock, Umaga. I was always so like, whatever, Jeff Hardy could not defeat Umaga for the longest time. I was like, stop beating up the debut of The Rock. Yep. Whenever Umaga kept beating Jeff, I was just like, oh. Kali. I remember Kali. The great Kali. Seth Rollins is live tonight, guys. Yes, Umaga. Rest in peace. Yes. Charlie Haas. He was with Shelton. World's Greatest Tag Team. 1, 2. Do you remember when Natty... Seth, who's he fighting? I think he's just talking. It says he's coming on live. I think he's going to talk. Hulk Hogan. Yep. You remember when I was Mr. America? I was talking about that with my friend. He had the mask. Remember when Edge and Hogan teamed up together? Nexus, yes. Wade Barrett. There we go. Let's get a good move here. The Canadian, yeah, I remember that. The Connecticut, I mean. Didn't Sable debut as being the chauffeur for Hunter Hearst Helmsley? Correct me if I'm wrong. Come on. Straight Edge Society, yeah, I remember that with CM Punk. Kurt Angle getting his head shaved by Edge, yeah. And then he wore the fake, like the wrestling gear with the hair. You remember when X-Pac cut off Double J's hair? Big Show and Taker. Come on. Jericho and Big Show, yes. Big Show had his head shaved by Kurt. I was just talking to somebody about Molly Holly and Victoria when they had the hair match, and Victoria shaved Molly Holly's hair. She had to beg for that match, and she offered. Oh, they picked up. Oh no, yeah. What? He kicked out like that was a weird little shot there. Yes, I remember when Triple H went to Orton's house. That was crazy with the sledgehammer. Molly Holly and Hurricane, stand back! There's a hurricane coming through. And then Molly turned on him. I was like, Molly, don't turn on Hurricane Helms. Y2 AJ? You know, to be honest, I was really into Maven. I was really hoping he would succeed whenever he came from Tough Enough. I was really rooting for the guy. Because I liked Tough Enough. I always wanted to be on there when I was younger. I was like, I want to be on Tough Enough. Triple H and China were on there for a little bit. Rollins and Jordan. Al Snow versus Hardcore Holly outside. Didn't the Road Dogg go against Hardcore or Al Snow too outside? In the snow or something? I like Garza and Andrade. Like, do you think that's why he's growing out his hair? And because of Golden Truth. Remember when Truth was K-Quick and he came out with he rapped. Well, he raps now, but like he was K-Quick. And he was with the Road Dogg. Booker T and Goldust. Okay, yeah. For some reason, King Booker. For some reason, yeah. They were funny together. It's going down here. Do you think that Garza and Andrade are going to win the titles? Rock and Sock. They were so good. Oh, I love the Rock and Sock. The Cater-Rooney. Yeah. Do you remember when whenever they wanted Undertaker to do the Spin-a-Rooney? And he was like, no, I'm not doing it. And Vince did it. Commissioner Regal, I like him. Liked him like that. Oh, I mean, it was a heel. Harlem Heat, yeah, with Stevie Ray and Booker T. The Street Profits are going to be in action. I like the Street Profits, though. I am, like, very intrigued, though, about how this is all going to go down, though, on Saturday and Sunday for Mania. Is anybody else? Three-man band. Yes. 4 Horsemen. Yes. Who liked Damien as the Miz's what do you call it? His stuntman? Yeah, you think Andrade's gonna be champ? Evolution, yes, Evolution. Mizdow, yes, thank you. I was like, why can't I think of the name? Yes, that was some good stuff. I thought that was funny. Man, that pizza looks good. Y'all, what are y'all commercials right now? Are you getting the Domino's commercial? We're gonna have new tag team champions. You think so? RVD, Sandman, Tommy Dreamer, and Sabu. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what match I saw with RVD and Sabu. I believe they had a match together, and they just were pulling off like it was a brutal match. I believe at ECW when he lost the Money in the Bank. Awesome Truth. Yeah. So what's your favorite faction, guys? Should be AOP versus the Street Profits at Mania. AOP put on some great matches with DIY. Those matches. The Elite. Who remembers watching Jeff Hardy? Okay, anytime I used to Google, yeah, Sabu he was a madman. I used to YouTube late at night. I would, when I couldn't sleep, Jeff Hardy movesets, like his top moves, and then I'd watch like Jeff Hardy's like moves. I just was fascinated by watching Jeff. And then a lot of his hardcore matches, when I believe he had a hardcore match with Matt, right? The Elite used to be much bigger with Adam Cole. The Brood, we were just talking about the Brood and the Bloodbath. And then the flame when they come out from the floor, and then the cup. The Gangrel had the cup. Mostly Okada and Ospreay. Aces and eights. Oh. Do you remember? Okay, this team that would always. You remember 8 Ball? You guys remember him? He was in the Attitude Era, but he wasn't in there for too long. 8 Ball and his tag team partner. What was their hold on. Why can't I think about it? Okay, so I liked the Headbangers when they were out. They'd be like, NWO and DX, good choice. Those are tops, yes. Undisputed Era, The Shield, the Hardys, Young Bucks, Evolution, Bullet Club, yes. Rocket Sock, DX, yes, Christopher. Okay, I'm really excited for Wednesday though, guys, too. Like, right now we're watching Raw, but I'm still pumped about it. Because, man, this stuff that Matt Hardy's talking about is very interesting. Just his whole thoughts and everything. Even Chris Jericho was like, whoa, man. AJ Finn, Gallows, Anderson, Cody, Page, yes. The McMahon Helmsley faction, yes. Disciples, yes, thank you. DOA, yes, thank you. NWA for life. Edge and Christian, yes. Yes, what? Delete the Inner Circle. No. Oh, Kofi Mania, last year they're replaying that. What a good moment though, guys. Like, that was probably, because I was so excited for the main event, which we were also like exhausted in the crowd. I remember being like, oh, so that main event, but I still tried to be as loud as I could, but I just remember it like went on for so long, and then it was like raining, and then everybody was waiting outside for the cabs. Good times. Yeah, Sammy is, honestly, he's going to be so over. 3MB, yes. Sammy, he's going to be really over. Darby Allin is going to be. Yes, John. Yes, John. I hope he does great things. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Get your Steve Weisers. Now, he had some, like, his era. The Stone Cold era was just good times. We still have an hour and 15 minutes. I just want to celebrate 316 Day. The Iron Man match. Yes. Harlem Heat. Yes. Becky Lynch in the cooler. Did you guys like that segment? Do you think that would have gone over a little bit like more epic if it was like last year? I thought they were gonna share the ring last year. But guys, can you admit though, whenever she did do the segment where she got busted open and invaded Raw, that was a good segment? Can we all just agree on that? That it was pretty cool to see the man standing there with all that blood and just being like, you know, like, can we agree on that? Okay, so this is gonna be a squash match. Maybe it's not gonna be a squash match. Let's have an actual match. Let's have a good match. Inner Circle, yes. Tag team wrestling does matter. I think let's have a decent match, right? Cena wasn't when he first debuted. Well, cause he was the well, when he first debuted, he went against Angle. He was like ruthless aggression. He wore all those colors. Do you know he wore all those colors for all? What's up, Dragon Slayer? What's up? Remember he wore all those colors for the town he went to. So that's when he started. Then he started to wear the jerseys for the town he was in. Montez selling it. What is he doing? I love Montez though. Guys, WrestleMania is a week from Saturday. Does it feel like it? WrestleMania is a week from Saturday. Oh, look at that. Wow. He might be something, you know, coming up here. Remember when the Hardys had all their, like, fabrics that they wore when they first came out? That was cool. I even liked them then when they were, like, when they were kind of jobbing right away. I still like the Hardys. They were on Sunday Night Heat a lot in, like, all their colors before they started to wear the different outfit. You won't be there. Yes, that's right, John. Good. Thanks for the heads up. WWE to squash. That was a cool moment. Thank you. Thank you. I was like, this moment, when I watched that moment, whenever she was busted open and in the crowd, and Rhonda, and the crowd was like, one more time. I was like, ah, yes. That's when like, don't you just love moments when you're just like, I'm so glad I'm a wrestling fan? And I think that, like, last week proved that was one of those moments when Matt Hardy debuted. S.A. Rios, yes, he was with Lita, too, for a little while. I think the shirt is funny. I kind of want that shirt where they're like, I'm not going to be there. Yeah, they made the shirt. At least I mean, I just feel for all the wrestlers too. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, think about how the fans feel. Think about how the wrestlers feel. Like, think about, like, that's why I want to, like, support, you know, you always want to support them because they've been putting everything they have into this. And then, like, think about Drew right now. Think about how he feels. Like, he was going to have that moment. And then even, I still want that MJF shirt. Yeah. And even, like, yeah. I know. I'm trying to avoid, yes, and Rhea, yes. I just feel for them, you know? Because it's just like, I mean, us fans are sad, but these people might not ever, you know, it's just, I just really feel for those guys, those women. Because Mania means a lot to the wrestlers, too. Because it's just like, so I know we're, like, man, I really feel. And then the independent wrestlers, I feel for everybody in the world right now. Yes, WWF New York. Yes, the restaurant, right? Did anybody ever eat there? Anybody? I've always wanted to eat there, to be honest. Street Profits! Pick up the pinfall! Yeah. You thinking Christian returns? Think about Edge. He has his first return from injury, even though thank God he had the Rumble, right? Thank God he has his first like match, except for the Rumble. And then Matt Hardy, but Matt Hardy made it work though, so that's why even though it would have been great for fans to be there. I wonder what it'll be like if the Velveteen Dream wins the NXT Championship and no one's. I know, that's why it's just like right now it's really important that we all come together and realize that we're all sad, right? We're all trying. What's that meme on Christmas Family Vacation? That is my favorite Christmas movie. She's like, it's the holidays. We're all in misery. I'm just kidding. It's a joke. I'm trying to make everyone laugh. You went there, John? That's awesome. Street Profits. We want the smoke. 24/7. Our truth. The Street Profits versus the Usos. Yes. Riddick. Who was surprised when... Imagine the pop, I know, for Edge. Here comes our truth. The roll-up. The king of roll-ups. Our truth. He's so great. Who was surprised that Riddick Moss beat like Ricochet? Didn't he beat Rowan? Who did he beat? Not Rowan, but Shayna Baszler's live, guys. Shayna Baszler. Mr. Randy Moss. Someone said, I would love Liv to win the title. I really like Liv. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Has gone too far. Shayna. Christian, yes, Hall of Fame for Christian. Hall of Fame for Christian. You think so? If he wins the title and gets attacked by Alberto for Roman, that would be interesting. Undertaker should go into the Hall of Fame. Yes, I feel like when he stops wrestling, which I don't know when that's going to be. I love Undertaker, though. Honestly, like, if he stopped, even just appearing will be, like, a big deal for fans in the future. I think if I am in an arena and I just even hear an entrance with The Undertaker, I would geek out. What's up, Jordan? The Lucha Brothers? Well, they're doing the triangle with Pac. Now it's called the Hard Rock Cafe. Yes. Well, you know, I'm honestly like think that's really cool, John, because I've always wanted to go there, to be honest. I remember watching, I was always at my grandma's house because my grandma would always watch Heat. I remember, do you remember when SmackDown moved to the UPN network? I didn't have UPN for some reason in my household. And I was like, Buffy moved, and I was like, to the UPN? SmackDown moved to UPN? I'm like, we gotta get UPN, Mom? Ma? And then she's like, I don't even know what channel it, because we had like normal cable, but for some reason around us, we didn't have the UPN. And I was just freaking out. And I would just be like, no Buffy, no SmackDown. I'm like, what are we doing here? Calm down, my child. I'm just like, I'm getting a little, yeah. I'm getting a little flustered. Anyways, I'm just remembering my childhood. And I remember I would go and this is what happened. So my parents lived in, like, my grandparents built a house, then my uncle built a house, my grandma built a house, then my dad built a house, and we all three lived together. And yeah, the UPN. You miss you, yeah. Well, my grandparents had the UPN, so and then my mom, anyway, so I'd always try to be at my grandparents' house, and I remember watching like a bunch of Rey Mysterio times, and I remember watching a lot of Kurt Angle on the UPN and Edge, and I just remember sitting there like, oh my gosh, thank God Grandma's got it, thank you Grandma. Anyways, she's like, yeah. Eating my peanut M&Ms. I love me some peanut M&Ms. Those are like my favorite. The yellow bag of M&Ms. Honestly, I think I have some. I might grab some in a minute. What do you guys all like? Do you guys like Doritos? The chili lemon, the flaming hot lemon chips are so freaking good in Doritos. You made a bet today. It's called 7 days without eating. Huh. Sounds like a hard 7 days. Yeah. I'm telling you though, those are my favorite chips. Yeah. Man, without wrestling though, I mean this is a lot of staying at home. Remember that meme? Okay, so this my friend posted this meme that was like, yes, the Cool Ranch, yes. My friend posted, there was this meme that said like, my friend, what are you doing this weekend? And then there was the beat, the staying alive, staying alive inside. It was funny, if you know what I'm talking about. It's like, what are y'all doing? It's like, what does it look like, man? What are the options here? Which it's, we're blessed to have like a roof over our head, food, feel bad for everybody who's got to be like, who's sick. Feel bad for everybody. Gosh, we're trying to like wrestling good luck. I know there's like so many funny memes though. They're like 3 days into quarantine and they're like going crazy and they're like, I don't know, me it's like it's funny. CM Punk returns with the mask. Yeah, a lot of people are calling to see. They've got to have someone return. I mean, it's Mania. You thinking Ronda Rousey will turn up? Chips Ahoy! Yes! I love Chips Ahoy. Man. People still be outside? Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I went to the grocery store, so. Butterfinger Reese's, yes! Chocolate and peanut butter fans, unite! Oh, the Gronk entrance, man. Oh my gosh. A little help from Mojo. This was a very amped entrance, I guess you could say. I don't know. I hope he takes it seriously. But then looking at that, it's like, Because like when people come in from like sports, I feel like we should respect the wrestlers because, I don't know, but that's probably what he was supposed to do. Because it takes a lot to go out there and put on a match, entertain a crowd, learn all these moves your whole life. I just feel like wrestling already gets some like negative comments sometimes from people who don't watch it, which it takes a lot to be a wrestler. It's like, honestly, like so much props to everyone who's in the ring, like performing. You really gotta love what you do. A Boneyard match, guys. What is this Boneyard match? But I'm intrigued. We're going to see what it is. Lucas Candy. Wow, Elias and King Corbin, guys. Okay, I'm ready to hear what Seth has to say. Gronk, Spike, Steve Harvey, Lego. Elias and King Corbin. Bobby Lashley. Alistair Black. That's going to be interesting because they're very different. Like, Alistair has such a different style, so that's going to be... Thanks, Nathan. I honestly would have loved to have been a wrestler growing up. I'm excited for Charlotte and Rhea because they've been putting on they've had some good segments together. Like whenever like Charlotte shows up at NXT or when she showed up at the TakeOver, when Charlotte appeared, I thought that was awesome. And that takeover was really good. I was like, we had some great matches in that takeover. In the main event, we had Finn Balor, we had Gargano, Keith Lee, Dijakovic. Oh my gosh. It was really good. Then we had the women's match with Tegan and Dakota. What's going on here? What is going on? Sorry. Let's go, Shayna. Speak from the heart. CB only being a face. I'm kind of nervous. I don't know what's going on. Ugh. I feel like I'm gonna bite you. I don't know, man. You took a chunk out of Becky. You know, if Charlie was mad, I probably wouldn't want to mess with her. I feel like she could probably. I would just be like, all right, sorry. What? She said, hold up here. Why do you love to destroy? What's on her shirt? Oh, I see. I heard that rumor, Anthony. I love to destroy. Hurt, heal. I'm just kidding. Are we gonna get a Canadian destroyer? Why don't we just focus here? Gotta love Charlie. Oh, 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 oh! The man! Oh, oh, oh. Oh, she's got the chair shot. It's the man. Wow. Whoa! Oh, we get an actual theme. I have a shirt like that, to be honest. I wore that today. Let me grab it. No, where is that? Iron Mike Tyson. Becky Lynch. Whoa! Alistair Black. Yes. In NXT, whenever I heard he was getting called up, I was honestly kind of like worried because I really enjoyed him in NXT, and I feel like they're taking his push seriously. So I mean, but I do kind of miss him and miss his matches in NXT just because I feel like they get a little more. What am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say? Okay, so guys, we're gonna have Shayna Baszler and Becky Lynch. So Becky just ambushed Shayna. Wow. So what do y'all think? You think it's gonna be Shayna walking out as champion, or do you think it's gonna be Becky Lynch? I'm thinking the way they're promoting this match and having Shayna be so dominant in the chamber, having her be so vicious. And then Becky kind of ambushing her with a chair shot. I don't know what's gonna happen. Think Becky? Yeah. I hope. I wonder how they're gonna do these matches because I really want a great match. Rambles for Shayna. That'd be kind of funny. You think Jay White is probably coming back? You're saying Shayna's winning? Yeah, Shayna's capable of a lot. I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. If I was in the ring, I'm trying to think about what my promos would be like. Like if I had to cut a promo with, if I had to cut a promo against Shayna, and if I were to be the face, or let's say if she was the face and I was the heel, there has to be a big debut or return. Yes, there has to be. But it's like, how would they do it? Rambles and Bayley be a tag team. Who would we go against? Who would we tag team against? I don't know. Bayley turns heel on me. I cry. Bayley, why? I want to know. Hey, Bayley, will you be my tag team partner? No, just kidding. Killer Cross, yes. Yeah, yeah, I think it is coming too. But maybe, honestly, she had a great run. Like, she was been the champ for a year. I'm a huge Becky fan, but I understand. Like, Austin didn't have the belt all the time, and I was always. I turn on Bayley. Oh my gosh, guys! So okay. So we're having our match, and I turn on Bayley. What would I do? So we're in the ring. Okay, Bayley, hot tag. Get the hot tag. We're gonna win those tag team titles. Or it's a ladder match. Oh. Hold on. No. Give me my tag back. We're having a tag team ladder match against Charlotte and Becky because they're the champs, and it's me and Bayley. But I really want those titles. Do I turn or do I go heel? Because and I'm staring in the ring and I'm looking back. I just hit the Canadian Destroyer. Bayley's on the ladder. Tables galore. Becky's laid out. Charlotte's laid out. There's a ladder outside. And I look to the audience. And everyone's like, Lindsay would never turn. And I say, and I smile. And I go, I do like a Orange Cassidy kick. And the ladder just tips. I put my hands in my pockets and I just kick the ladder a little bit. Anyways. Alright, so we lost the titles, guys, and I gotta go figure something out, and I gotta run out of the ring because Bayley's mad. So I'm running. And I'm thinking, who's next? Okay, so then I'm gonna go against Shayna for the title because Shayna's the champion. Ronda Rousey, yeah, I'm thinking that Ronda might turn up. Or Nia Jax. Look at Alistair. Me and Alistair have mixed tag team matches too, because he turned heel. Yes! And then our entrance is he comes up and then I pop up. And I'm like and I'm standing at the ring with him. Yeah. And me and Alistair just walking. I'm in my graphic tee and my beanie. And he's like, what are you wearing? And I'm like, leave me alone. Get out of my face and leave me alone. No, I'm just kidding. I respect Alistair. Sensei. Wax on, wax off. He teaches me black mass. And I call it little mass. There we go. Yes. Oh, squash badge. You'd play a great heel. I think too, like if I was with Alistair, I'd have to obviously, and he's the heel and I'm a heel, I'd have to change my look and I'd have to be a little more serious. A little mass. Oh yeah, yeah. I would feel bad though. I don't think I would ever get the honor to do that. You know, that's got to get to somebody who has the honor and privilege. Because Undertaker, respect him. You know. And then I come in like S.A. Rios and Lita, and I hit some Hurricane Ranas because it is acceptable because Alistair is a heel at this point, guys. And everyone would be like, he doesn't need a person to be on his side. And I'm like, well, he does because he's a heel. What's going on here? What's going on here, Alistair? I'd be like, come on, Alistair, attack! Are you napping? You meditating? Okay. And I'd be like, you know what? You do your thing, man. I'm sorry I said anything. See? Black mask. I'd be like, yep. And I'd be glad because, you know, I wouldn't have too long to be out there because it'd be short and sweet. I'd be like, all right, no, not a lot of time to mess up. Let's go, Alistair. Let's go back into our coffin. That was a good black mask, though. I would take the loss too. I'd be like, I wouldn't do a finger poke of doom though, just because. 2 words. I did my best. I would always want to be like a luchador, but I don't know. Oh, if I had a mask. Oh, okay, so I thought about this. So if I would be in the ring, I'd wear face paint, but it would just be like a warrior's face paint. I would have a sword. And then I'd wear, I don't know what I'd wear, but I would be like a warrior. Like yeah. Sorry, did I think about it too much? I don't know. But then you'd have to really think about, well, why would there be a warrior coming into the ring here? It doesn't make any sense. Then I'd have to use my brain and make a character, and I'd have to really figure that out. And I'd have to get out my sword, but I couldn't use the sword, you know, but I'd still use it. Rollins is coming out next. Yes. The heart of Seth. Well, I'd be like, I don't want to get away in true love here, so disqualification, chair shot. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. If I had a match, no, honestly, if I was a wrestler and you were like, you know how you'd want to like wrestle your favorite, like you'd want to wrestle, the person that I'd be really honored to wrestle would be Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair. That would be like an honor that would be like the highest honor for me. And then obviously, I would like to have a match against like Sasha or Io Shirai or Bayley. Edge and Matt Hardy rivalry, yes. Well, what if we did have like, okay, what if we did have like the whole like, okay, like you have the Hardy Boys and then but then if like just this is a script and me and Bayley are sisters, it's just a script, it's not real. That would be that would be something. What would we call ourselves? It would be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yes. Yes. NXT Wrestling. Yes. I don't know what our tag team would be, but then we'd have to turn heel, and then I'd be like, you know, you just never let me borrow your shirt or your clothes when we were growing up, and I'd get so mad at you, so you're getting a chair shot. No, I'm just kidding. Io Shirai, yes. I'd be like, gosh. Remember all those times I wanted to go to the mall and hang out, and you never wanted to do that? No, I'm just kidding. I would have a bigger story, a bigger reason to turn. All right, so let's hear what Seth has to say, you know? Hopefully he comes on soon. I was setting up the matches. What if Rambles was the GM? Stone Cold Steve Austin or Taker, yes. That would be a huge honor to face any of those. Oh, yeah. That would be a huge honor. Think about people who get to retire their favorites. Like when even though like Shawn obviously, but when he was able to get the honor, oh, I would love to face Jeff Hardy. I always had this like, I always thought when I was growing up, I always wanted to like be in the Hardy Boys Team Extreme. I had to write myself into that one. But yeah. How do you guys think Raw is tonight, guys? Do you like Raw, or how do you feel about it? Do you feel like it's good? Is anybody watching Days? Is he saying anything interesting? Anthony, are you watching Days? Is he funny? I might see what he's talking about later. Here we go. There you go. Oh yeah, the Brothers in Destruction in a handicap match. You feel like you've seen it? Okay, here comes Kevin Owens. Or here is Kevin Owens. I know a lot of people are saying they wish they would postpone WrestleMania. It'd be cool if they put the poll up on their website. Hey guys, do you want this or that? They would not put that poll up on their website. That would be a good match, Joseph. What are we waiting for? Burn it down. Oh, Team Rambles. First broken heart at this compound. That'd be awesome. Yes, Stone Cold have one more match. Yes, Daniel. I'm the exalted one, yes. What is Seth saying here? Tyler Black. If I was broken, oh gosh. Really? I feel like he needed to turn heel. I feel like he's trying to perfect it. I really liked his heel turn the first time. He does look like CrossFit Jesus, so I know that that's probably why he wanted to be the Monday Night Messiah. The Beanie Team, yes. Did you guys know where he got his Tyler Black name from? I'll tell you. Harry Potter and Fight Club. But you probably already know that. I think Seth is he's a great performer though. He does a great job in the ring. Workhorse. Oh, the blonde streak is cool. Rollins. Oh. Don't come after our guys here, Seth. Becky's gonna be like, excuse me? What if Becky turns heel with Seth? Would you guys like that or no? Wow. Bringing up his track record. That cash in. Chills. Oh, that would be a great match, NXT Wrestling Channel. Thank you, Nathan. Thanks for being here. I thought he was going to say something else, like, F you. Seth looks ripped, though. Yeah, I wouldn't want them to turn, but it would just be interesting. Wow. He said, I become a god. I wouldn't want Becky to turn heel with Rollins. I just was thinking that'd be like, burn it down. Do you guys, have you ever been in there when they do the burn it down? It's like you actually feel the fire when you're in, like you feel the heat when you're in the crowd. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Whenever it does burn it down. Wow. So what we got coming up here next? We have some time here. Randy Orton. That was a good promo. I honestly thought when Rollins turned heel the second time just recently and cut that promo when he after he got done hurting KO. Oh, guys, this actually was a really good match. I know everybody wasn't really, not everybody was happy with the outcome, but this match was actually really good. This entrance. This entrance. Look at Charlotte. I know not everybody was happy with the outcome, but I will say that this match was really good. '17. I liked WrestleMania 17. Recently, I did like 35 because I was there. This was really, I like the setup for this WrestleMania that they have right here. Starrcade, 83. Did you guys like when she rode in the helicopter? How did you feel about her entrance? How did you feel about the entrances at WrestleMania 35 for the main event? I thought the entrance with Joan Jett was really cool, and then I liked how Charlotte came in with the helicopter, and then Becky Lynch just comes out with smoke. She's like, yeah, I don't really need all of it. Asuka! This is the undefeated Asuka! Yes! I know, there's a lot of people who are not happy. But do you agree, though, they did have a good match, right? Yes. My favorite WWE theme song? Oh, so many. I love the game. I have so many, though. I like Austin, I like The Rock, Triple H, Edge. Oh, God. Becky Lynch, I like her theme. Finn Balor, he has a cool entrance. When he's there, when you're in the crowd. I love it. And he's just like, I love that. Stone Cold, yeah. My favorite AEW theme, Jericho's theme. Judas. The money falling from the sky. Dean, yeah, I know a lot of people love Dean. I like... Do you know, I actually, Warzone is like, even though it's not the best game, it just holds dear to my heart because it was one of my first WWE games, was WWF Warzone. This match, I loved this match, guys. Even though the ending was, I know, the ending. A lot of people want that, yeah. Nakamura. Nakamura's entrance, yes. I like Asuka's theme too. I like the figure four lay, like, yeah, the queen. They both look really, I think they both look great. Charlotte, I like Charlotte's look, her curls, her gold. Yeah. Okay. But okay, yeah. I liked the TLC match that was triple threat TLC match with the Becky, Charlotte, and Asuka, and then Asuka won. And I was like, but I already know the outcome because the man was going to win the Royal Rumble, which... Look at that crowd, guys. What it's like to have a crowd again. We're going to get it. Be strong, people. Wrestling familia, be strong. I liked, yeah, SmackDown versus Raw 2011. Yeah, I would have to say the earlier games. Anyone with the SmackDown, Just Bring It. I would say Just Bring It too. I'm not big. I like the games now, but I was really into them with The Rock and like when Jeff Hardy back then when he was on those games. I would play RVD a lot. I did play a WCW. Was it Sold Out? Bash NWO. Yeah. Look at this. Charlotte strutting. I play sometimes. I don't play that much. SmackDown on PlayStation? Yeah, that's PlayStation, the PlayStation, the original PlayStation is harder. I couldn't really ever figure out the finishers that much on Warzone, but then... If no one's seen, has everybody seen this match, right? Everybody's seen this match, right? I think that's what it was. Anybody ever play the Rugrats? That game was good. And I played a lot of Crash Bandicoot, and then Sega. Woo! Actually, take that back. My first ever game I played actually was sorry, I forgot when I played Sega, and I had a wrestling game, but it was with like Bret Hart. It was with the Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, very early original Sega game. I can't remember. It was called like WrestleMania. But the one I actually like played really well and knew everything about it was Warzone. That was, no, I played the Sega game at home, yeah. Oscar. The Boneyard match. Super Mario, yes, I played Super Mario, yeah. Oh, guys, because you know, okay, so I'm a big Buffy fan, right? So there was a game called Chaos Bleeds. I would sit there and play that forever. I felt like, oh gosh. And then I remember I played a Spider-Man game that was like forever. I felt like I was just like up to like 4 o'clock in the morning playing Spider-Man. I'd be like, my eyes are all like, oh, but Mario is cool. Yes. I remember playing that Buffy game, and I liked that game because you actually had like tasks that you had to fill, that you had to complete. Great game, yes. I remember, did you guys remember playing the Attitude, WWF Attitude PlayStation game? My cousin had that game, and I was always so jealous because I always wanted to play it because it was like the Attitude Era, and it was like Triple H was on, I think he was doing on the cover, maybe I'm wrong. And then there was a bunch of people on it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that game was cool. Did anybody see the new Joker movie? I didn't see the new one, but I'm a big Joker fan. I heard it was very different, but I really loved, we were talking about that earlier, I love Heath Ledger, and then I also like, do you guys like Iron Man? You're an Xbox guy? It's good, you recommend watching it? WWF Attitude back in the day, yes. That was so fun, because you could like create your own entrance, I think. And that was like the first time you could kind of do that. Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah. I'm gonna have to, you're making me want to play these games though, guys, for sure. Trying to think what other games I would play as a young little child. My friend would always play Call of Duty, and I'd play with her. The new Joker movie was incredible. Yes, I know I haven't watched it. I know, dude. If they brought back wacky entrants and yeah, custom ones, yeah. Call of Duty, my friend played, and he taught me how to play that. It was my best friend's brother, and we'd sit there and we'd play Call of Duty. That was fun. Then I'd play Grand Theft Auto. Super Mario Brothers, yes, of course. Yes, I played WWF Warzone, yes. Stone Cold was on the cover. The Buffy game I played was called Buffy Chaos Bleeds, PlayStation 2. It was so good. You had to like, WWE Endless? Okay. I'll check that out. Oh, you're cool. So besides WWE, what games do you play, KJM? I would always play like NFL games. I'd play the NFL, Madden. I'd play basketball. I love sports, so I'd play that a lot. But I haven't. Yeah, I'm excited for the AEW game to come out too. That's actually. Is anybody gonna get their action figures? The new Animal Crossing, Mario Maker 2, anything. Yes, yes, Christopher. Animal Crossing, New Horizons. Okay. Do you guys ever play that Red Dead Redemption? My friend would always talk about that. I've never played it, but I heard it was good. WWE 2K17. Yep. Well, I did play this one. I showed people this earlier. I was playing the new one for a little bit. I played the what was it? The mode, the evolution, the women's evolution. I didn't finish it, but it was cool. Blitz, yes. NFL Street, yes. Showcase, yes. Sorry, the showcase. I don't know why I didn't say that. Yes, I played the showcase. I thought it was interesting because they kind of remind you of all the stuff in case if it's been a while since you remember everything. I didn't finish it. No, I didn't finish it. What was the final match? Was that was Becky in the women's showcase? Randy Orton, live, responding to Edge's last man standing match. Coming up next, guys. What's Randy going to say? He's going to say, no, drop the mic and go. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, he's going to accept the challenge, right? No one could beat it. You're making me want to play that one. I felt like, yeah, I'll definitely try to play that. Dude, it hasn't glitched for me. Have you had some glitches, Daniel? They made it all so bad. All airports are shutting down across the world. Is that what you just reported? Oh, the Asuka. Oh. She's got the triangle. Flair is a beast though too, guys, right? I know everyone comes at her, but she really does. She's a great performer. Like, does anybody think that? Because whenever I watch her, I'm like, man, look at this. You had plenty of glitches in 2K20. Maybe I just didn't realize it. Wow, a month. Yeah, I heard. Yeah. I thought you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you were talking about something new that just came in. The reviews? Okay. 20 minutes ago? Thanks, Anthony. Always telling me stuff. Always telling me. Yes, the parking lot match. Yes, Dragon Slayer. Yes. You know, I honestly thought, they shouldn't have made it so hard. That might have been it, yes. Yes. I think that might have, I thought it was WrestleMania for some reason though, but I think that might have been it. I remember playing it and I didn't know how to play it as a kid. And I just kept hitting like the punch. Doink the Clown was in that game. Yokozuna, sorry. There's John. Cena's in the crowd, yes. I felt, look at Charlotte bleeding. You know, guys, I felt like Randy Orton, the gentleman who sings Randy Orton's theme song, did a great job at WrestleMania 30. Sometimes they don't always sound like it's hard when you perform live. I felt like he did great. I was like, man, it is. I'm gonna be watching Dynamite. I'm really excited about that. Oh, look at that suplex. And it's gonna be really interesting. Oh, look at Charlotte. She looks like that hurt. Did you ever see the stuff on Twitter whenever it's like, oh, F, because Charlotte's like cursing because she like hurt herself and then she's in the crowd? I think it's funny when wrestling. Did you see the thing where Becky Lynch raised the title and she's like, I'm the champion? I was like, yes! I love when people get passionate and they're just like, and everyone's like, you can't do that. Like, remember Dean Ambrose said, give me the effing title, and then there was a big deal about that. But it's so funny when people just like say, like, because you're in care, you're trying to do, you're trying to get into it, you're trying to be passionate. I like when people get fired up, like, let's go. It's really interesting to hear. Did everybody watch? I know I talked about this a lot. Did anybody watch the Bret Hart and on the smoking oh gosh, the Steve Austin? The Buffy game was my favorite. It was a shame they never had an Angel video. I thought the same thing. I wanted Angel to at least be on the game too. I was such a big Angel fan, and he wasn't on the game. I was like, but I understood. They had Spike. I liked Spike, but I was just, oh man. Guys, okay, I'm gonna be real, okay? We're on commercial, so I'm just gonna be real. And So it was my birthday. I had my family over, okay? And it was the series, I thought it was the series finale. It was Buffy, season 5. If anybody's, okay, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Buffy, don't listen to me right now. Just hold off for like a moment. So season 5, I thought it was done, okay? And Buffy, I'm eating my cake. Who is my inspiration? Okay, I'll get to that. I like that question. So I'm eating my cake, and Buffy was just like my favorite thing. I was so like, I love that as a character. I felt like she really like inspired me to like, as a young girl, to, I don't know, fight the demons. Anyways, so she sacrificed herself and saves the world and dies and jumps into like the big apocalyptic, what am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say if you watch Buffy. Anyway, so she falls to the ground, dies. I'm eating my cake. It's my birthday. I'm devastated. My family want to like celebrate. I'm just like, Buffy has died. My soul hurts. And I'm just like, it's my freaking birthday. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I was so like, and then I turn around and my brother, he's like got tears in his eyes. And I'm like, and I'm just like, and he's like, I didn't even like this show that much, but this is so sad. I'm like, yeah, happy birthday to me. My family didn't know what to say. We all sat in silence around my cake. Oh, anyways, but she survived. But I thought it was like my birthday party, so it was either like the day of or the day after. But I remember just being like, I just remember like, I know, my family was like, this is so awkward. Do you want to open your gifts? I'm just like, I just want to mourn in silence. I want to shut the lights off, go in my room, and just stare at the ceiling and cry. Happy birthday. Anyways, I'm dramatic. Sometimes. Thanks, Chris. I enjoy interacting with everybody who likes wrestling, so it's always fun because you don't always get to interact with people who like wrestling. So it's cool to like find people, talk about your stuff you like. Have you ever played Devil May Cry? It's a really good action game. Maybe I'll check that out. Angel and Gunn, yes, they were so good. I loved Angel too. Fred. Oh gosh. Cordelia. That was an interesting move there. Mortal Kombat. I liked that. Sonya, Animal Crossing. It'd be cool. Yes, he. Did you know? Oh, Freddie Prinze Jr. Yes, he actually was one of my favorite actors when I was a kid. And it was Buffy, so it was so funny because Buffy, Sarah Michelle Gellar was my favorite. Then Freddie Prinze Jr. was my favorite. They did a movie together. I know what you did last summer, and then they ended up dating, and then they did Scooby Doo, and then they got married or something. And I was like, wow, my favorite actress and my favorite actor are getting married. What a small freaking world! And then if you guys know, she did a cameo because I love the movie She's All That. If you've seen She's All That, that was with Freddie Prinze Jr. But Sarah Michelle Gellar is in the cafeteria for one of the scenes. Yeah, just small little fact. They're so cute. Anyways. That's why whenever Shayna bit Becky, you can craft, make stuff to complete goals, decorate, do anything. Okay. I'll check. When yep, Becky's marrying Seth soon, yes. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? And then they take off the Cruel Intentions. Yes! That movie's like, so, oh my gosh. Whenever that song that plays, they had some good music in that movie. I liked Reese Witherspoon. Oh my, I love Reese right now. And then Ryan Felipe, I always say his name wrong. Yeah. But freaking when he's like at the escalator. Oh my gosh, that movie. And then I love Sarah Michelle Gellar, so I was a big Buffy fan, so I'd watch that and I'd be like, she's a heel. I'm like, you're a heel, girl. but I'm still loving it. Her name was Catherine, and I'd be like, Sarah! And then you're just expecting her to like punch people. Whenever you watch any of Sarah Michelle Gellar's shows, you're just expecting her. Like I would always want to be like a stunt double or something. But yeah, I'm such a nerd. I don't even care anymore. Like whatever. But yeah, wow, that was a move. Look at the fans. Okay, so when Becky Lynch got bit by Shayna, the figure 4, figure 8. Oh no. Thank you. I am a nerd. Thank you. No, Asuka. She said the figure 4, figure 8. Oh gosh. She taps our hearts. These people. The streak is broken. The streak is broken. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, KJM. No, okay. Gosh, Charlotte is the winner. I love Charlotte though, but I feel like this match, everybody thought Asuka was should've, I don't know. The ending broke a lot of hearts, yes. Look at her bleeding though, but this was a good match, guys. She was very emotional, I felt like, in this match too. Look at the blood. Look at the blood on Charlotte. I feel like she did. The green shirt guy, yeah, he needs to be there. Don't you think the green shirt guy should be in the audience? Even if they don't have any fans, just put the green shirt. That would get over. I'm telling you. And if he like did some stuff in the crowd, if the green guy in the green shirt. But okay, so let's get back to this real fast because we were talking about Freddie Prinze Jr. Okay, so look, so Becky Lynch in the ring got bit by Shayna. Sometimes people called her Becky the Vampire Slayer because of the bite. But I was always thinking, I know Freddie Prinze Jr. heard about this because he worked with WWE. So I'm pretty sure Sarah Michelle Gellar heard about this storyline because Freddie Prinze Jr. is a WWE fan. Look at this lady in the crowd. Charlotte, man, she's been put in some awkward positions, though, don't you think? Because whenever McMahon placed her into the WrestleMania match with Ronda and Becky, and she got so much heat. Scream 2. I was like, she's always not, like, spoiler alert, sorry, let's not, okay, guys, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know the spoilers for Scream. There's Charlotte. Oh my gosh, girl. It's really bad how you create over games. Wow. Woo! But how do you think it feels to be Charlotte Flair? Because, like, okay, so think about it. She knows how the fans feel a lot of the times. And so she's just, like, placed into this main event at WrestleMania. And she's just like, I'm going to make the best of it. And then she's placed into, like, all these, like, she gets put into them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Your friend broke his phone over a game. I saw this video where this guy broke his TV over a game. He was so upset. But it was an actual event. You were gonna get Randy. That's right. We're gonna get Randy. But I would say, like, yeah. And then you think Charlotte's gonna win, but it's just like, you as a wrestler, we have to remember too, like, they don't have too much creative control over their character. That's for sure. So it's like, you just feel for them, you know, like whenever they have to do stuff like succotash and like. And you're just like, I gotta get this, and then like, it's just hard, you know, because sometimes it can get over, sometimes it can't, and then sometimes, you know, I would just feel bad because sometimes like one person thinks it's a good idea, the other person doesn't, and then it's just a lot. So then you have to go and read your script and then deliver as a professional. And then you have to try to like it. Like, especially let's say you read a script and you're like, oh my god, I gotta go out there and do this. And I gotta get it over. That's gotta be a lot of pressure to be a superstar, to be honest. Man. Yeah, you're going to be on Botchmania. Can you believe it? Okay, not that I will, I'm imagining myself, because going out there to a song. Oh my gosh, what would be your theme song? I don't know. I like Breathe In, Breathe Out. No, just kidding. I like my basketball. I used to play basketball, so we used to always have entrance music. Who you with? Who you with? Anyways, I'm trying to think of my WWE song. Anyway, so I go to the ring, and then you're on the mic, and you're like, I froze. Well, you're live, so you know. I'm like, oh my god, what are my lines? And you're out there, and you're like, yeah, it's a big deal. So props to the wrestlers and the superstars, because it is a lot. You got this camera on you, you got this audience who can can eat you alive. Oh god. Remember in JR's book, was it Slobberknocker? He was talking about how he was returning and he was calling the Rock and Austin match, and before he was in the gorilla position and he was gonna go to the ring, and someone was like, hey, if they boo you, don't worry. And he's like, you think they're gonna boo me? And the guy's like, they booed Santa Claus. And he goes, well, explicit word, he said, F me. And he goes to the ring. And then he's the announcer. So that's just that. They booed Santa Claus. Fans, man. But that's just what, everyone's, it's good because you can be heard, and I've had some doozies, some comments. I look at the comments like, oh god, I'm gonna go cry. No, I'm just kidding. Fragile. No, I'm just kidding. You gotta be tough-skinned to be a wrestler, I'm just saying. Right? To go out there and be vulnerable. Has anybody ever thought they could be an actor or anything? Or what do you guys want to do? And what are your what is your would it be a doctor? You want to be Hulk Hogan saying not the same? Yeah. Remember when Mean Gene said some stuff? That was funny. I know what you did. That's yes, that movie. I was a kid, so I was kind of scared. But Sarah Michelle Gellar. And spoiler. Whenever they offed her, I was like, she just likes to go off, and she likes to be killed off in horror flicks. Voices in my head, they talk to me, they understand, they talk to me. Let's go, Orton! I'm sorry. He's a heel! Oh my gosh, I forgot. You'd like to be a writer, a film critic, and finally a director? Yes! I've always thought being in the writer's room would be amazing. Here we go. Misunderstood. This is my brutality. Another apology. He lied. They cut the, you think you know me. Wow. Oh, he's a junkie for Edge. Okay. I remember. That's one of my favorite looks of Orton, in those, like, orange chunks. Christopher. That match. Foley versus Orton. Oh, yes. Cut that promo. Sorry. You're hearing so much about this grit. Grit, 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 grit. 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 Sorry. This is a good promo, though. Look at that smile. Ooh, the ultimate opportunity. Grit. I thought he was gonna say grit. We need shirts, guys, that say grit. Yes! With the word grit. I'm sorry. Yes. Boys. Good job, Randy. That's all right. Yeah, he's a heel, but it was a good promo. Okay? You want a good show? Give a promo opportunity to Randy or Edge. And Paul Heyman. When the Viper speaks, you listen. I'm a heel, and you still cheer me. When he got all amped. Remember when he did that? God, thankful for Randy to be in the WWE though, guys, right? Have a good night, Randalls. And Nathan. I said have a good night, Rand. I don't know, Randalls. Grit, guys. Work on your grit. Everyone, be blessed. Thank you for watching. I feel like this was, I mean, a lot of promos. We had a match with, we have two. All right. Have a great week. Probably see you on Wednesday, right? Good night, everybody.